we go.
Good morning, welcome back to the channel. You're used to Subi being behind the camera. Now it is just me getting used to these camera skills, but we're going to be posting up just raw vlogs. Going to be aiming for one every single week, so hold me accountable to that. We're also 8 weeks out from Marbella. We are heading out to Marbella from the 10th of May until the 7th of June. So we are super looking forward to that. I'm going to take you on that journey. We're going to go through the preparation together, and I'm going to update everyone on my starting point. The frame is currently looking like this, but we are going to be making improvements. I think generally across the board, I'm super excited to get back into this absolute lean stage, and I'm excited to take everyone with me. This video, we're going to go through a push session, just talking you through what I'm doing in my push session and hopefully offering a little bit of value on that. No foods as of today, but the foods will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And we are outside the gym, although I have to be honest, the gym at this time is usually quite quiet, but I've just came up and the car park is absolutely chocker. Pre-workout is currently 1 can of Monster, 1 marshmallow squares bar. Of course it's the council one because I'm not rich. Pre-workout is not high at all, and that's typically what is going to happen when you're in a dieting phase. I wish I was in a gaining phase. Munch on that, let it sit in, and I can give you lot a rundown of how the push day is working.
Fight your battles, always by yourself.
Starting off with our bog standard fly variation. Purpose of this is obviously just to get some blood pumped into the chest before we actually move into a press. However, as you'll see, we're using D handles here. And this is exactly why I'm using the D handles with a normal pec deck. As you can see, there's a lot of pressure right now on my bicep. I can't really focus on getting the bicep fully squeezed into the actual chest itself. So we put the D handles around the actual handle of the pec deck, and this is really going to give me more leverage at the chest, which means when I'm pinning myself back and driving in, I can really focus on getting that bicep into the pec. Key thing to note is with your fly variations, they don't need to be taken completely to failure. All you really want to do with your fly is get some blood pumped into the actual muscle. You don't want to take it to complete mechanical failure, because then you will just completely fry your chest. Right, now we're on to our pressing movement after the fly's done. Favourite one for this is the Incline Smith. I've had this in for 6 months, since September. And that's what you need to be doing with most of your movements. Stop changing up your plan and going for different movements all the time. Pick a movement, get good at it, and then continue from that. On the Incline Smith, I want you to select a relatively high incline, and I want you to get the bar in line with the top of your chest. Too many people I see just rushing through this, spend 4 seconds in the lowering phase, and of course, train it fucking hard. Now with this set here, I'm focusing on keeping the same tempo, the same eccentric and the same concentric is what I'm going to be doing in my top set. The rep range on the Incline Smith, 1 set of 15, I just treat that as a warm-up set, and then I've got a set of 8 to 12, which again, just kind of like another feeder set. I always try and leave like 1 or 2 reps in reserve for that, and then you're on to your top set. Now I've just recently moved gym, and I got absolutely humbled for my top set. I went from 60 for 8, and now with this new machine here, I am 50 for 6, was the last time I got done. The main thing now, over the next 8 weeks, between now and obviously boarding the flight to go to Marbella, is that I just keep training intensity high. So we're getting the pink plates out. Don't hate on me. Thank God this gym's quiet, because a guy putting pink plates on isn't a vibe. But this is 10, 20, 25, Same on the other side, 50 kilo for top set. Last week was for 5. I'm going to go for 6. Warm-up sets felt quite good. Just hit 10 for the set of 10 to 12 and it felt okay, so I'm going to see how I go with this, but aim is 6. I'm going to put this raw in the next clip. Last week we hit 5, and we've also had this week a reduction of 150 gram of potato, 100 gram of blueberries, and an extra 10 minutes on cardiovascular work. So my calories are down, my expenditure's higher, but I'm hitting higher numbers. So don't think just because you're in a calorie deficit that you can't be hitting good numbers. It's all up there. Get locked in and get the set done. Okay, so the way we structure our sessions is one big sort of heavy compound movement, which is obviously our Incline Smith. Then we've got another pressing movement and a machine-based one, because again, we can take it to failure in as safe a manner possible, but we change the rep range. We're going one top set with this, 6 to 10, and then we've got a set of 10 to 12 with a drop set added on to that. So still keeping the rep range nice and tight, nothing extremely major like 15 to 20, where there's going to be a higher chance of form breakdown, but getting the drop set in there just to really pack on that accumulation of volume. So what determines a good chest press and a bad chest press? Well, in my opinion, it's convergency. With this chest press here, I'm keeping myself pinned in, I'm keeping the handles around about the middle of my chest. And what determines if this is good or not is as I push up, my elbows will come closer across the body. We need to obviously factor in we've just increased 2 reps on our prior movement. So there might be a little bit of fatigue, there might not be, who knows? All I'm focusing on is saying, right, this is the weight. I did 8 last week. Can I get 9? If not, can I keep it plateau and take that. We've now got a back offset 10 to 12 for 70 kilo rather than 80, and then I'm just going to pull off the 5s and hit the drop set just to pack on a little bit of volume. Okay, next movement we've got is cable fly. Now, as you can see in terms of how this is structured, we've got a fly, a press, a press, a fly. 4 movements. Don't be thinking that I've only got 4 movements in a chest day. I've got another chest day which has 5 movements, 6 movements I think. So 10 movements, and then if you consider the amount of sets that are packed within each of that, it's more than enough. Okay, so seated cable fly. As with every movement, we do 1 set just to get a feeler for it. Now obviously I've been doing this for, 7 months now, 3 weeks in this new gym, so I know exactly what numbers I need to hit, but I'll always do 1 sort of feeder set just to try and, ease myself into it and say, right, how am I actually feeling? Keep the pegs, the handles, again, run about middle of the chest. Don't be pulling from up here or way down here. And again, key focus is to drive the biceps into the pec. Slow and controlling the eccentric with a bend in the elbow in the bottom position. And as I dart up, I'm digging myself into the chair itself. And that means I'm going to be pushing through the actual chest. Oh! Fuck. Fucking hell, man. Okay, so we've seen how we were looking this morning. It'll be interesting to see what we're looking like with a pump in us. This is how we're shaping up. Chest is definitely fuller. We just need to get rid of this little bit. There's just some slight body fat sitting there from the gaining phase, which is only natural. We're now obviously, as I've said, 40 minutes in the Stairmaster, so I really do anticipate that over the next few weeks that will start to chip away. Fullness of the chest has definitely come up now. You guys seen from the original videos that when I had my session with Ben, which is video number 1, I'll link it in here, the area that I wanted to be improving was the upper lining of my chest, and I definitely think that's something that we've done. Now we're about to wrap off this session. We have 40 minutes of cardio. Now I'm not going to video any of the cardio, but you need to trust me that I'm getting it done. Mama didn't raise no quitter, so I'll get it done, and I'll check back in with you lot when we're in the car. That's cardiovascular work ticked off, as you can quite clearly see. Thanks obviously for tuning in. Of course, leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already, go and follow me on the social media, because I will be documenting this full journey up until Marbella, and you best believe that I'll be documenting Marbella as well, and that's going to be an absolute madness. Spending 4 full weeks out there, cannot wait for it. Conditions coming in, intensity's getting harder, but other than that, enjoy.